I am at Sri Aurobindo Ashram in Raiwala. This place is beautiful, and I wanted to show you this location, and I'm gonna walk so you can see around. Is an ashram. It's called Aurovalley. It is different from Auroville. Auroville is a different ashram, but is related to Sri Aurobindo and the mother, which started this philosophy of spirituality in India many years ago. And this was founded based on that philosophy, this ashram. This is the guest hall where they have a lot of rooms. It's very beautiful. It's circular and it has 2 floors. And the rooms are very clean. That's my room, 714. Very peaceful. Sri Aurobindo is a very well-known philosopher, writer, political activist, and saint. He's considered a saint in the last period of his life, and he fought for Indians' independence from the British, and he did it peacefully, through words, not through guns. So in India, ashrams are places of gathering for spiritual growth. It's not just a hotel. People can come and stay here for days at a time, even months. It's part of a pilgrimage, so to speak, where people are trying to find that union with spirituality or whatever it is that they believe. This is an international ashram. People come from all over the world, and you don't have to be from any particular religion.
In the history of the earth, there are moments of transition when things that have existed for thousands of years must give way to those that are about to manifest. A special concentration of the world consciousness and an intensification of this effort occurs at such times. We are at precisely such a turning point in the world's history. Just as nature has already created upon earth a mental being, a human being, so too there is now a concentrated activity from the universe to change human beings' mentality and bring forth a supramental consciousness. Sri Aurobindo incarnated the supramental consciousness in a human body to reveal to us the nature of this path and this transformation, and his own life is an example of this personal realization. He has provided to us with the proof that the thing can be done and that the time has come to do it.
Entering the Savitri library at the Aurovalley Ashram of Sri Aurobindo and the mother. Guys, this is truly an iconic place. I can't believe I'm here. This is where people gather to do collective readings, teachings of Sri Aurobindo, and satsang, spiritual gatherings. So special. It's like magical. You can really feel the peace and the specialness of this place. This is where Swami Brahmdev sits. That's the mother sculpture. And philosophical topics and life and spirituality. Since I was very little, I constantly felt pulled to that, drawn to that environment. And now my goal is to read less books, to be less in my mind and less in my thoughts and more in just being, which is one of the practices for spiritual growth. Instead of being more on your thoughts or in your mind all the time, trying to figure it out live or trying to plan, just trust the cosmic intelligence, the universe, that it will guide you to wherever you need to go, and offer your life, your work, everything you have for a divine purpose. This may be difficult to understand for the Western mind, and is like an onion. You have to peel the layers little by little and trust the universe. That intuition, which is developed in Sri Aurobindo's teachings, we call it the psychic. The psychic is the soul, spiritual center, the soul, which can receive information from the universe. And it is similar to what we will call the intuition. That is not making decisions through the mind, but feeling it in the center of your spirit. Some people call it in the center of your heart. These are some of the books here. So every bookcase is embedded in the wall, and it has all the teachings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. They wrote extensively, they wrote a lot, and all the collections are here in these bookshelves. You can read the story of the Mother, Mira Alfasa, since she was little. Let me show you the pictures again. When she was very little, she was having psychic powers, a lot of intuition, and she knew she had to come here to India. She's okay, friends, so that is all. And I will see you soon with more news about this. The desire to know more, to learn more about our true self and how can we help the world, humanity. Me being a psychologist, a counselor in the United States, I'm always interested in learning more about how to help people to overcome difficulties, depression, anxiety, all of that. And in coming to a place like this, one realizes that it is really within our hands, it's in our hands to understand our true nature. There is a quote that is on the other side, let me see if I can walk over there, that says that it is the ego that gets depressed, not you. So just let it pass. Don't worry too much about being anxious or about being depressed. It is the ego that gets depressed and not your true self. And here's the quote that I was telling you. I'm gonna see if I can just turn these. So that one says right there, it says, "It is the ego that gets depressed. Do not mind it. Go on quietly with your work and the depression will disappear. When in ignorance one speaks ill of others, he debases his consciousness and degrades his soul." So not talking ill about others is a yoga principle, and it is very important to increase our consciousness and to live a peaceful and joyful life, quality of life for ourselves and for others. Do not judge, do not criticize, do not compare. The best way to help the world, it is to transform oneself by an integral and intensive yoga. In other words, there may be a lot of things we cannot do to help others or to change the world, but the only thing we can do for sure is to transform ourselves. It is always a mistake to complain about the circumstances of our life, for they are the outward expression of what we are ourselves.
Sri Aurobindo and the Mother spoke and wrote extensively about the concept of the psychic being as the new phase of human evolution. The psychic being is moved by the truth. The truth is something eternally self-existent and dependent on nothing in time or space, whereas the psychic being is the being that grows, takes form, progresses, and individualizes itself more and more. In this way, the psychic being becomes more capable of manifesting the truth, the eternal truth, also called higher knowledge or universal consciousness. This eternal truth is one and permanent. The psychic being is a progressive being, which means that the relation between the psychic being and the truth is a progressive one. It is not possible to become aware of one's psychic being without becoming aware at the same time of the inner truth. All those who have had this experience, not a mental experience, but an integral experience of contact with the psychic being, all say the same thing. From the very minute this contact takes place, one is absolutely conscious of the eternal truth or universal knowledge within oneself, and one sees that it is the purpose of life and the guide of the world. Hello guys, so I wanted to send you this video of the ashram during night. Look how beautiful it is with the lights. This is the beautiful library. And I'm walking for dinner to the kitchen.
This is where people clean the dishes, everybody who eats here. Hi guys, hello. This is my second day at the ashram, Sri Aurobindo Ashram. This morning I just went outside to walk in this beautiful place, and we are getting ready to have breakfast at 8 a.m. We wake up at 6 a.m. and you can do yoga if you want to, join a yoga class, and then at 8 we join for breakfast. And the mornings here are beautiful. They are misty during winter with a lot of mist in the morning, and it dissipates throughout the day. And right there you can see how cloudy it still looks. It's 8 a.m.
The
Very
wisdom
beautiful.
of the Mother says that there is only one way for you. It is a total, complete, and unconditional surrender. The giving up not only of your actions, work, ambitions, but also of your feelings, in the sense that all that you do, all that you are, is exclusively for the divine. So you feel above the surrounding human reactions, not only above them, but protected from them by the divine's grace. Once you have achieved these, once you give up the attachment to all exterior beings and things, you at once feel in your heart this presence, this grace that is always with you.
Here is a great place for thinking, for meditating, and even for life transitions. You can come here for advice, guidance from Swami. The Swami who runs this is Swami Brahmdev. Also ashrams, because they are frequented by spiritual people, and they are run by Swami or Pravajikas, and they are spiritually elevated, enlightened maybe. These places are full of energy, of positive energy. They are charged with this spiritual energy that you can feel.
So a couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to visit an ashram in the north of India. It's called Aurovalley Ashram in Rishidvar. I heard about this ashram when I was teaching yoga at Blue Indigo. That's the yoga retreat that I talked about in my previous vlog. I met a couple from Mexico at this yoga retreat, and they had visited this ashram before. So they told me all about this ashram. They were actually very enthusiastic about their experience at the ashram. They showed me the books of the Swami that founded the ashram, and they told me like, okay, Marco, you should visit this ashram at some point in the future.
By the way, the title Swami is simply the word used in India for monk, and an ashram is a sort of monastery that focuses on the teachings of the Indian yogis.
So I decided to follow their advice. Last February, I arrived back in India, and I met a friend in Jaipur. And then we traveled together through Jaipur, Pushkar, Jodhpur, Agra, Varanasi, and the last stop was this ashram close to Rishikesh. The ashram was founded by Swami Brahmdev. He's a disciple of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, so they follow the teachings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, trying to apply integral yoga to the spiritual practices. I found the ashram very beautiful, surrounded by a lot of trees. The buildings are quite clean compared to other places that I visited in India. The ashram is somewhere between Rishikesh and Haridwar in a small village where there's not much to see around, so it's very quiet, and the air is also very clean compared to Rishikesh. So you feel naturally inclined to spend some time in silence, reading, or just practicing meditation. The meditation hall is also really beautiful. It's super quiet inside. There is a large green ball in the center of the meditation hall. I wasn't sure what's the purpose of this green ball, so I asked Swamiji during the interview. I really enjoyed my stay at the ashram. The last time that I visited an ashram was in 2016. That's when I visited Paramahansa Yogananda Ashram in Kolkata. So it was really nice to once more go back into an ashram and follow the ashram lifestyle. I really like the daily schedule, especially because it has 2 meditation sessions a day. There is one meditation at 6 a.m. and one meditation at 6 p.m. Meditation is my main practice, so that's why I really like the daily schedule. But don't worry if you don't make it at 6 a.m., that's perfectly fine. The schedule is not very strict. You're pretty much free to follow your own rhythm and free to do your own practices. There's no instructions on how to meditate, there's no meditation classes, there's no meditation courses. You simply go there to the meditation hall and sit in meditation. So you're free to follow your own practice, or if you don't know meditation, you just sit in silence and just do whatever your intuition tells you. But you can always ask questions during the satsang with Swamiji. The highlight of the day is the satsang at 11:30 a.m. And that's basically a Q&A session with Swamiji. Whenever Swamiji enters the room, he just sits in his chair and then he waits for questions. And then people ask whatever questions they might have about yoga, meditation, ashram life, whatever doubts people might have, they ask at that moment to Swamiji. And one of the things that I like the most about the daily schedule, that was my personal daily schedule because it's not included in the daily schedule, is that I will say some fruit peels and some chapatis after breakfast or lunch, and then I'll go to the goshala to feed the cows and to pet the cows. I really like animals, and especially cows. They are very curious animals. Some of the cows like to be pet, some of them don't like to be pet, but they all like to be fed. Now, the only thing that I didn't like about the ashram, the only issue that I had with the ashram was the food. I think eating rice 3 times a day, or eating rice, dal, chapati, and potatoes every day is probably not the best diet. At least that's my experience because I have visited many ashrams before. If this is your first time in India, or if this is your first time visiting an ashram, I'm sure you will like the food. But if you stay long enough, perhaps a few months, then you will realize that it's probably not the best diet for your body. But that's just my personal opinion. I know that I'm a little bit picky when it comes to food. I've been traveling for so long and I visited so many ashrams before, so now my belly is a little bit against ashram food. And I actually heard some people saying that the food was delicious. I'm not sure how, but that's what some people said. I had a few questions about the ashram, so I sat down with Swamiji to talk a little bit about the ashram and also to talk a little bit about yoga.
What is Aurovalley Ashram?
This is Sri Aurobindo's ashram, and the name is Aurovalley Ashram, Rishikesh. We use the word Rishidwar also for this because it is in between 2 cities, one Haridwar and Rishikesh. So this is a mother's place. The purpose of this ashram is how to make our life more conscious, more meaningful, and fulfill the purpose of our existence.
Why Sri Aurobindo and the Mother?
Because Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, they give a new hope for the humanity, for this planet, for this earth. They gave something very new vision. They said that the new world has born and some new forces now they are manifesting They are active for the transformation of life, and there are possibilities that now life on earth will be more spiritual, more divinized, with more better possibilities, with better consciousness, and they give one new speed to the process of evolution. With the Mother and Sri Aurobindo's teachings, they accelerate the speed of the process of evolution of consciousness. So Sri Aurobindo Yoga, Sri Aurobindo's teachings, they are not repeating the old traditions, cultures, philosophies, traditions like that. It is something new. So it is not a repetition of any old things. It is completely a new adventure, new journey of consciousness.
I noticed quotes and pictures of the mother all around the ashram, but not so much of Sri Aurobindo. It seemed to me that the mother was more present at the ashram because of this. So I asked Swamiji why.
Mother and Sri Aurobindo, they are not two. They are two in one. Either you love the mother, either you speak Sri Aurobindo, it is the same thing. They said we are two in different bodies, but the same consciousness in two different bodies. Without him, she not exist, and without her, he is unmanifested.
Why do some of the buildings at the ashram have a circular shape?
Actually, the universe is round. The whole creation, if you see, is round. And in the round, there is no beginning and no end. It is eternal, immortal. So the round gives a feelings of immortality.
What is the purpose of that large green ball in the center of the meditation hall?
Actually, we have in our meditation place, it is a relics place of Sri Aurobindo. We put this green ball, crystal ball, and this represents to the universe. And green is a very natural color. It helps to concentrate. It has a very strong vibrations, healing power. When we sit near, so it helps to connect us with ourselves. It helps us to heal ourselves. It helps us, when we concentrate, to grow our meditative attitude, help us to meditate, go more deep inward. And it gives peace, harmony, joy, bliss. Very powerful vibrations are there. And it is a piece of beauty.
Can you tell us a bit about the new building that is in construction at the moment?
We are working on this new work. It is a children university, and mother concept of children is that all below the 100-year age, they are all children. So this university is for all almost. The idea of the university is to make the experiment on prenatal education. It is our very old ancient knowledge disappeared. And we have the intuition that mother want to work on this subject. Mother has also spoken lots on this. So this is first one department, one block. Then nowadays there is a very much search for a yoga knowledge, yoga education. So we are going to start here all kind of yogic informations, yogic knowledge, and we are thinking that maybe we will teach also Ayurveda, naturopathy, and some people are interested for certificate courses, so that kind of things also will start, where people can learn and they can practice in their life. Sometimes we have big groups here, big camps. So there all the possibilities are there to organize big gatherings, big programs, big functions, which can help humanity to more grow in consciousness.
Can you please briefly talk about the meaning of yoga?
Actually, yoga is an attitude of life, it's a yogic attitude. And yoga means that when one have that conscious clarity about life, then one can live this life more better. Sri Aurobindo concept of yoga is all our life is yoga. All life is yoga. Consciously or unconsciously, we are all, the whole nature is in yoga. So yoga is not a one very limited concept, but this yoga has many different branches. Some people give importance to the physical consciousness. They do many yoga practices. Some people give importance to the mental level, so they use Raja Yoga, Hatha Yoga. Some people give more importance to the emotional part, so they do Bhakti Yoga. So there are so many various kind of different branches to understand the concept of yoga. But yoga means that when one more and more wants to open towards that something to whom we call divine. So yoga actually is a very beautiful idea, a very beautiful concept, that how can one live this life for the divine only. Yoga means that when one starts feeling, thinking that this life belongs to the divine and one should live for the divine only. And that is the real purpose of yoga, that one should open and be receptive for that divinity and more involve that divinity in the life and divinize our life and make this planet a place of harmony, a place of divine life, and make this planet paradise. We have that potential, and with the help of yogic attitude, with the help of yoga growth, with the help of growth of consciousness, we can solve all the human problems, and that is the period now. We have already tried many methods to solve our problems, but still the problems are still lying. So the solution of all human problem is yoga. Yoga means growth in consciousness. When one will live with better consciousness, then one can solve all the problems of life. So that is the concept of yoga.
And what is the best way to attain this transformation through yoga?
The best way is that one should at least aspire for it. First step is that one should open, desire or aspire and receptive for that. When one starts feeling strongly, ardently start feeling to live for that. So once you start aspiring, your process starts.
Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoyed that interview and that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.
Hello, Namaste. Welcome to Aurovalley reception.
Welcome to Word Temple, a place of human unity and to feel the power of oneness. Word Temple is a place to give a message of human unity and word union. The tree in the center of the Word Temple is a Kadamba tree. Mother gave the significance of this tree, supramental sun, symbol of harmony, love, peace, human unity. This tree we grow with the soil from many different countries of the world. And with the water from many, many rivers of all over the world. And I think this is the message that we all made of the same substance, and we have to learn how to live together, feel that we are one family. This is our meditation hall, Dhyan Mandir. Here we have a Sri Aurobindo's relics and beautiful crystal glass ball. It is a piece of beauty and it creates very beautiful atmosphere for concentration and to go deep in meditation. This is a yoga hall, and we use it for many different programs, conferences, workshops, yoga classes, dancing, children programs. In Aurovalley, we have daily routine program, collective silent meditation, yoga classes, collective class for a question answer session. Then there is a different programs, karma yoga, and collective reading in the Savitri library. Here is Savitri library, and we have here Mother's Museum also, with many things touched by the mother and used by the mother. We have in the library many books in different languages also. Whenever you want, you can come, you can study here, read here, and we also sometimes do here question answer sessions.
Om Namo Hari Om Namo Om Namo Hari Om Namo.
So this is a Om room for chanting the mantra of Om. And here the vibrations of Om, they multiply and again come back to you and open, touch to the whole being. They touch to each cell of our body and purify them, clean them, and one starts feeling like you are becoming empty, peaceful, joyful, blissful, full of light. Here is a dining hall. We use the word prasad for this place. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, everything. It is like a ashram, soul ashram, main place where everybody fill their stomach. Now we have made one university, Sri Aurobindo's University for Sri Aurobindo's education. Sri Aurobindo's integral yoga help us to teach how to live this life with highest aspiration and to fulfill the purpose of our existence. University is the first step towards a Hindu Rashtra Vishwavidyalaya, a Hindu Rashtra University. Hope this dream will become reality soon.
This is the Naturopathy and Ayurvedic Center of the Aurovalley Ashram Wellness Center. This wellness center provides a lot of alternative treatments like a Shirodhara, steam bath, massage, reflexology, cupping therapy, acupuncture, mud therapy, hydrotherapy, fasting therapy, juice therapy, a lot of alternative therapies.
This is the Aurovalley Ashram store. You come into this shop and it's like a whole different ambience, because it's smelling beautifully of all this incense. There are many things which you can look at. We have, for instance, malas, many different things. So it's a very interesting shop, and you're very welcome anytime when you're here to come and have a look, and whatever you like, you can shop.
Here also we have a play school, small kids. Cutting and tailoring center for village girls, and from last 25 years this center is working. Many women from the village, they already completed their course. After 1 year course, they will start knowing how to stitch their clothes. They can open their own shop, they can start their own business. After completion, we give them one stitching machine.
मैं यहाँ पर 25 साल से काम कर रही हूँ। स्वामी जी ने बहुत अच्छा खोल रखा है, सबको रोज़गार दे रखा है, और यहाँ पर बहुत सी लड़कियों ने सिलाई सीख के, लेडीज़ों ने सिलाई सीख के
We are also producing a manure with the cow dung from our biogas plant. Thank you very much. Hope to see you all soon in Aurovalley. Namaste.
The one that makes me laugh, he said, and threw his arms around my neck. Show me how you do it, and I promise that I'll run away with you. I'll run